having a double duelist. Smoggy and Kang now. 100 Thieves on the other side there, leaning into Fade Raise, which is not something we normally see. And also no Omen here either. Bang with the spam through the box, right off rip, because Asana's knife isolates them. Nobody in Smoggy trying to stay away from that knife.
And they're going to commit to the push. Nobody's fallen too. Now Smoggy trying to dance around, use some utility to keep him back for now, but there's just so much pressure heading his way. I'm surprised he didn't tuck till
Pivot's
sooner.
coming through as well. Chichu didn't full rotate off, and they're going to have an early warning system here.
Now they can rotate off of this. They still have plenty of time.
There's a minute on the clock.
Yeah.
Hey, they could farm all the orbs. They could literally probably walk into A and only find Kang at this point, knowing the rotations that they must have pulled.
Yeah, I mean, and good on him there to go ahead and start to rotate early, understanding that there's that possibility and there's that much time.
Oh, he has a share of 2 long-range headshots. 1 tap.
Whoop. Wall bang on a Stellar causes some damage. The second shot goes a bit wide.
Doesn't know Derek's position though. Gonna expect them both coming through tree, and oh, there's one, but traded out.
30 seconds left.
Nice shots out from Smoggy as well. Now spam on the Stellar. He's somehow still alive. A barrage of damage headed his way.
Oh, they're gonna get isolated easily here. Asana's looking for it by playing inside of the hut.
Well, they can play this cross too, but now they have the turret they're gonna have to deal with. Asuna waiting. Stellar weak as well. As we mentioned earlier, Spike ticking away. Smoggy and Chichu both healthy. They're going to rotate around. They're going to go back heaven, and that's going to take away the cross. This is so well played by EDG. Now it's just they've isolated Stellar. He's got 7 HP. The turret almost killed him. Such a difficult spot. He's gotten it to 1, and Smoggy cleans it up, and you can't help but ask yourself, had he not taken all that damage throughout the round, what does that fight look like?
I just love the patience that they had on actually committing to fighting on that retake against both Asuna and Stellar. They knew that crossfire was there, you called it out, but they also waited for their turret cooldown to come back up to hold the space, make sure Stellar does not join back up with Asuna.
Yep.
Really well played, and Stellar still had a chance there. What's planned for him? Planned for the spam. Edward Gaming take the pistol just like Icebox.
This hurts me so much. We'll see if they're able to net some success with it.
And it is full armor on almost everybody with the spike plant that they got. Just Asuna without that, and he has utility instead.
You see the ping out from the previous round where they were able to get the opening kill.
Ooh.
Dope.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Pulling the turret off of that space that Chichu has set it up to hold that mound. And now you have to spend a smoke if you're How Down. You have to be on top of that angle.
Is this going to be another split back towards C once they establish and B control?
And also Stellar with the flank. There's plenty of opportunity to do a lot here.
Yeah, but it's interesting too because remember they have stingers here.
Yeah.
You'd imagine they'd want to play through the chaos and lean
They're
into
faking
what
towards C right now. There's just a flash. They put off 2 smokes. Bang is trying to lead in, find a pick. They also get a C's nade. Chichu avoids it somehow. But Stellar's gained space from that.
He's got to net this kill though. Oh, he's got to net the kill and he does. 1 stinger kill in the round. How many more will they net?
And I love this actually now thinking about it in context with how EDG plays. Kang is always going for Marshall on this buy.
Yeah.
And so with them getting armor here, a body shot doesn't take Stellar down.
And again, that's such a common sightline, so for them to scale up off of the pressure drawn C was very well done. They've managed to establish site control. They've gotten the spike down. Cryo creeping forward. Smoggy wins out the duel. You've also got Bang on a flank.
Yeah, Bang's flank is
The
well timed to split up Chichu here.
The timing here is everything.
Oh, the turret!
Oh, the turret. He knows. He expects that Smoggy gets a kill with the nade. He still manages to get the kill. 2v2 here. Stellar close by. Bang's the only one left alive.
He has a smoke. He has a pull. Delays this enough.
Oh, he's got no armor. Turns the first flash. You see the spam starting to come through. And the Spectres win out the round.
EDG is so careful on their approach so far through this entire series. The fact that Chichu puts really a turret off.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's up to his slow rotates as well. Just keeping it up for so long. And even 200 Thieves had the idea to pull it off, and he still gets such value out of what is such a normal piece of utility that you really don't think of too much.
Concom managing to avoid the eye. They should still have an idea here because the knife tagged him. And that's going to confirm things, but Bang pushes forward and wins the fight anyway.
And this is still dangerous. I mean, they're going to get another plant on the A site. Planted for the spam in B or in A link as well. Planted for this broken door.
And off of that plan, Asuna gets the null command online.
Oh, bang, the nade. Misses off the slanted wall. Oof. He popped the ult.
There it is. Cryo gets a kill with the Sheriff too. Derek has upgraded a weapon here. He's got the Phantom in his hands. They're playing so far off. They've played this so well. Gravity wells, again, crossfires, aggressively holding space. Yeah, the haunt was gorgeous too. Prime Gaming Flawless comes through. 100 Thieves get the round.
That's a really good round. Have the Omen too. I mean, 3 characters that could get up on top of Rebel. And we've seen how often teams are going for that. It's just not really happening right now. And then also, 100 Thieves with the haunts that Derek is throwing is unconventional again. I mean, out of a lot of teams at this event, they're throwing multiple weird kind of picks at you so far in these first 2 maps.
You see the setup out from EDG to establish A main control. They have the fault line, they have the nade.
There's C's nade again. Chichu got caught by it last time, escapes again.
Oh, but good thing he did. He only has 67 HP. He certainly would have died there. Howdong trying to hold the line. So many targets in front of him. He does take one down with him.
Oh, they're going fast as well.
They want to try to fight fire with fire, and it's been extinguished on the side of EDG.
Spike planted.
I mean, Derek, I think he accidented someone there. That dude has a watering hose just spraying it through the smoke. Smoggy, no chance in this.
No, not at all.
Again, I think 100 Thieves Stellar is getting a really good idea of how EDG is playing the economy right here. Obviously, the money is not there to buy. But also, recognizing here Chichu's not investing utility in this round. Let's send it on C, around where it should be weak, unless they do something else. And they have the time to feel it out anyways. This is a very clean round.
Stopper that we saw in the previous round, off in the hands of Concon. We'll see where he chooses to play. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be over towards C.
Derek there. And they're going to try to take control. They've got a breach stun and a nade as well, potentially going over top. Yes. Bang with 2 stars to try to take control, but they don't use any of it. Recognizing the stun did come through. Sorry, the nade came through, but not the stun here. And look, he's got the showstopper. He's on top of Rebel.
Yeah, you imagine if there's a little bit of confirmation of early pressure from 100 Thieves there, he uses the showstopper with the fault line, and it's a massive kill.
That should be it right there, honestly.
Yeah, that might still be the case.
Oh, it spotted him on top there. They might know the trap play is there. Yeah, they're backing up. There's just not the time to actually pop that ult. Meanwhile, Kong has gotten on a ridiculous angle on C.
Very quickly, I want to go back to what you were just mentioning, because patience out from EDG there is enormous, right? You want to go. You have the setup. It's just so close to wanting to pull that trigger. But discipline out from Smoggy not to go.
Face your fear.
Nightfall invested. Yep, towards B. They've got the Cosmic Divide as well. Nobody with the Prowler in his face. The Haunt cleared out, so they know they've cleared the wall, and they want to go C, and it's right into the op. In the hands of Concom, they're going to have to deal with the Killjoy utility as well. The cage keeping them alive, the C's keeps them there and drops them. Now you've got the neural theft. Asuna playing around it. Chichu still hasn't been cleared. Chichu's gotten 2. Chichu gets 3. How does he get away with it?
4.
Unreal round from Chichu.
How has he just done that? He just ran into the sun, I think. Stellar? Somebody was literally, here it is. Just gets up on top. Asta not able to spot that he goes on top of the site.
What a play from Chichu, man.
And can we talk about the spams on both sides right now? These Phantoms are back in 2021, it feels like.
Again, Smoggy still has that showstopper. The exact same look. This feels a little bit like deja vu.
Oh, there with the knife, they'll get suppressed.
That's going to detect
the fault
his
line
presence.
did come out, though, so it delays them enough that if they do want to re-explore again. But look at Kong. He's just inching his way forward.
Yeah.
He might catch somebody here rotating still. Bang is going to explore, and he's going to... Oh, wait!
He looked the wrong way. Now he knows. The Prowler in his face has to dash away.
Nice fake. Using the smoke to act like he's ducking back into the C site.
Yeah.
Stellar hears him, though, so he knows. He's still on the angle.
They're going to have to go back A.
The stun's going to be back up here in a second. Nobody. They've got this trap play still.
Yeah.
2 seconds for it.
The aftershock. Still no commitment. There it is.
Oh, I mean,
Oh.
well, the knife was coming and he popped it. That was definitely a misplay there from Smoggy. But it still baits 100 Thieves to not have the confidence to go in.
I mean, we've been waiting for that moment for so long. We've been
They gotta
trolled.
push it.
Stellar swinging around. The snap from Concon was clean, but he falls.
Oh,
Asuna on the plan. Howdong going aggressive. Howdong gets 2. 51 HP. He gets 3.
just heroics from Edward Gaming right now. It has been no way into that A main. No way in. The nade, the flash, the stun. And this is the problem with Lotus here. I don't know, just such good work. But you can tell how difficult it is to take A.
Yeah. And on the 7 round on the board. As 100 Thieves this time decide that they want to push towards B. The knife to make sure there's no one back box for playing close. And the orb has been farmed. And again, look at this pressure. A main is already gone, it's lost.
Yeah, but they're up close this time. It's not only lost, but it's a different setup again.
Yep. The
Flash peek, Smoggy gets one for it.
Timing is so clean.
Oh, they're going for more with the stun. This time they could fall all the way back if they so desire. Break that boombot and play really deep. Oh, wait, they're not doing so. Bang actually catches Smoggy, and they've lost the space here. Finally, 100 Thieves will get some success. And remember, they got that ult from Cryo up in the B orb. Finding Howdong might not be an easy task, though.
No. I mean, he's playing so safe. Really difficult to get the jump on him. But they're committing. Cryo with the ult. Clearing out everything he can.
Oh, no.
There it is. It's close. It lands a kill now without taking a bit of damage of his own. The op is here. Cryo, what a shot.
30 seconds left.
We've talked so much about that weapon and that player and how difficult it's been to take care of him. Nullified this round.
Cryo's very low. Asuna's going to go for the plant.
Oh, but look at how they're set up.
Yeah.
I mean, Stellar's rotating through their spawn, but the problem is you've got nobody who's now outnumbered, but could have applied a lot of pressure there. Could have caused serious problems.
I'm even surprised to see Bang taking that fight up in heaven. Should just be waiting for Stellar to take it. But it's a great break point here for 100 Thieves. Stem the bleeding before it gets too dangerous. And finally the pivot works out for them. And I think it's because of Edward's over-aggression there. I mean,
yeah.
We saw how close they got to A main. And they go for that flash peek with Smoggy. It was really good. But then they stayed. They didn't have any support from Howdong or anything like that. And it looked like nobody was caught in between two different ideas.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so Smoggy pays for it.
They had such a good setup. Overcook a little bit. You're absolutely right. Op in the hands of Cryo this round. You hear the first shot rattle off.
And Kongkong's taking up the angle on A. This time you can maybe feel a little bit of that if the nade didn't go in. I think they threw it and rotated off.
It's a heavy stack.
Oh, they're pushing through. Chichu's through that cage that Stellar put.
Asuna may be in trouble here. He's got to play safe. He's got the spike.
Do they recognize that Chichu got all the way in this corner, though?
I don't know.
If they pivot back, that could be really dangerous.
Yep.
They've got a cam. I mean, if that didn't spot him cross, if he wasn't on it at the perfect time. Oh, he looked like he was in the open there. I think Stellar's about to call the rotate back towards C here.
Yep.
Especially with that knife catching 2.
That means all eyes are going to fall on Chichu. How patient can he be?
It's happening.
There's the rotate. Chichu falls.
And so it all works out anyway. Stellar
staying back. And keep an eye on Derek. Derek stayed on the other side of the rotating door. You've also got Cryo, who's playing back by Mound.
Yeah, I mean, they have the sight at this point. They can definitely walk up close to this Astral, but it's falling soon. Asuna needs to get off. And he does.
How do they attempt this retake? They're outnumbered. Yeah, Cryo's weak, but they're playing so far off site. They don't really have any post-plant utility to work with. They don't have any nades. They don't have any mollies, anything like that.
They have Kongkong, though.
11 HP.
Oh, Smoggy, too.
They're just going to push this fight. I mean, no reason not to. Again, there is no post-plant utility for 100 Thieves. They had to take the fight to their doorstep, and 100 Thieves gladly welcome it. We're tied at 4.
Derek on the really slow burn. All the boxes in order to actually make that work. I think finding that pick on Chichu was completely instrumental, and then everything falls down to this post plant, of course. But from there, it's easy work. Fall into your setups.
they do have 2 ultimates to work with, the Rolling Thunder being a pivotal one here. And this looks like a spread approach for 100 Thieves. They cleared the spam. They spammed this box earlier, and it doesn't seem like they're going to do it this time. How patient is Howdong? He's not going to get cleared. And yeah, all he has is a Sheriff, but the Sheriff's good enough for 1.
And Chichu too. That Prowler there from Derek did not spot Smoggy lurking up with this Marshall too, and I think once he clears a little bit, they're going to know what's happening.
I'm curious too. There are 2 rifles down.
Oh, Derek, beautiful shot. Yeah, they're staying back to try to keep these rifles in their hands.
Yeah. Very well played. Stellar using the neural theft, confirming where the remaining 2 members are.
Yeah. They know what happens when Vandals get into the wrong hand of some bad people. And I think Icebox put the fear in them.
For good reason. Spike looks like it's going to go down towards C. A little bit of utility just to make sure there's no one around. The knife, the haunt, everything methodical in their approach. Crossing every T, dotting every I.
And again, Stellar still lurking here. I know he's risking a Vandal, but he is also securing the guns. And making it really difficult for anything to be found. It's clean. It's really clean. Stellar's been having a really good day. Up at the top of the scoreboard. He's got the op again.
This may be fast B, Ball. Look at the setup. They've got nobody there with Smoggy and Howdong. They've got the Rolling Thunder there too. If you apply some pressure, I wonder if they go. I wonder if they try to take some of this space. A little meticulous as the rest of the pressure from 100 Thieves turns their attention towards C. The null command used, the Nightfall as well. That's going to draw the rotates. Keep an eye on Stellar. He's been so good on the flank. He's Sorte main.
Oh
my gosh, he gets 2!
He's seized, trying to get away. Cryo does clean him up. Derek as well with a kill. Asana's going to get picked up, and there's also big suppresses going on right now. Nobody. There's the breach ult finally up.
Asana pushed forward just as the Molly subsides. Derek stunned up, not able to land the shots on Chichu. He was a hero previously. No, nothing doing this time around. 3v2 in favor of 100 Thieves. Spike still not playing it and plenty of time to work with. No cheeky flank from Stellar this time around. It's just a 2v2. Huge kill out from Stellar. How does nobody approach this? He still has a lot of utility here too.
Way deep. Quick reposition as well from the last kill, so doesn't expect quite that. But that could have been Dane to address it. Not quite. That's ridiculous.
Bro, that could have been 3.
One enemy remains.
That could have been 3 for sure. Even with that, you know, we were just talking about Stellar taking space. It's just indicative of how comfortable they feel.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're playing with confidence. Stellar's pushing spawn.
Yeah. Feels a little like Angel yesterday.
Yep.
And okay, this time they just kind of walk through, recognizing how often the breach is not actually going to play towards A. And when they rotate fast after that, it leaves only Kong. The timeout honestly has helped 100 Thieves to even further understand right now. There's the hunt over. The first time we're going back towards A since the beginning of this game.
And you really start to see the dynamics of a 3-site map in these last few rounds, right? There are only so many places you can shore up defensively. And as 100 Thieves, they've found those gaps, those weak spots in the defensive line of EDG, and they're just exposing it.
2 big suppresses as well on the breach and the raise.
And he's got to go down, he's got to commit, he's got to try to make a play, but he's got Astra Stars waiting for him. It's just really difficult to find some space to work with here. Fault line.
Fire's isolated.
Yeah.
Oh, Asana's still there though.
And it was well thought out by nobody to use the fault line to try to isolate the fight, as you were just saying, but there are just too many numbers on the site.
Pretty surprised here for EDG to be fighting as heavily as they are. Given the bank that 100 Thieves has right now, I would be doing my best. Yeah, we're so early in Lotus as well. We don't quite really understand, depending on how the comps play out and which teams are playing as well, the play styles and how that impacts how good of a half this is for 100 Thieves. If this is enough of a lead to really be comfortable.
Yeah. Again, a main control out from EDG.
And They do have that raise ult like we talked about so often. Last time it went awful. He just got suppressed, didn't even get a chance to use it. That's definitely going to be something that's fixed up for Spawn. And that's a key kill. Remember, Stellar's the guy working and finding out where Kong is and how to avoid him. And this time he's walked right into him.
Yeah, Kong just feels like he's
Look at
good
this
for
flash
one every
off
time.
the turret. Flash off the turret. It's going to find Bang as well. If he's not too careful.
Kong mollied off. He saw the C's too. They're going to end up towards C, and Howdong's here. Howdong's here. They've had so many heroics, but this time Howdong's not able to pull it off.
Flash doesn't go deep enough there.
Chichu close by, drops one, but Asuna cleans him up.
Kang still has a really good angle here to try to stop them from getting on the site. They don't really have the tools except for that flash, and it's kind of gone. Asuna's running away, looking to try to find Derek maybe on the B site.
They have 25 seconds. There's not a lot of time here. Note that Cryo's one remaining, and he's got the showstopper to work with. He had no idea that Derek was there.
That's a massive blunder from Kong.
I mean, the trap was sprung, and there was no way, but EDG tries to keep him back. Nobody's still there.
Where's Cryo?
6 seconds. They've got to get the spike. They've got to go now.
Oh, he has his ult.
He doesn't have time.
Oh, my goodness.
Unreal. The heroics again, bro.
Back and forth mistakes, too.
Throw it down his desk. Yinsu, take it away.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
It's a Toxide composition and how they can dive in.
Yeah.
And there's not a breach to really slow them down as much. Yes, there's fade raise, but it has to be perfectly placed. I do think Edward Gaming slowed down a lot to what their reputation is on Icebox and looking a little bit more conventional at this event.
Yeah, absolutely. A bit more disciplined, a bit more controlled, but they still have that little whimsy to work with.
Of course. Wouldn't be Edward Gaming without it.
Speaking of EDG, they've taken position towards A main. Starting to smoke off and go through door. There's no one playing close by. 100 Thieves defenses are pretty far off here.
Well, that's a lot of damage done on Kong.
Yeah, but he's going to push the smoke? Is he really going to push the smoke?
That's ridiculous, but remember what he did with the Frenzy on Icebox.
Yeah. Had the dash so he can get away safely. Still a risk.
Door's still closed, too, so they're really not concerned too much about the flank right now. What's the retake like here? Oh, Cryo, that's so unfortunate.
Oh, unlucky.
And that's a big nade right there that they're not having, but they still get 2 kills.
Smoggy's pretty weak here, too. Here's Chichu playing in the smoke. Stellar on the tap, and it's all just a bait. It's all just a ruse. And can Chichu do anything about it? He's gotten 2 kills, but Stellar can just hold the defuse by himself. Yeah. They know where he is.
Oh, and
They've
he's
got
behind the wall,
space.
not even spammable.
They had the time. Very well done. And it's just like Icebox, right?
Does Edward invest? Remember, 100 Thieves on the second round after losing the pistol here on this map. They got the bomb money, the spike money, and ended up force buying stingers. Oh, Mike, a little chuckle about that. There's C's nade over towards A. Remember, that's basically all they have to be able to stop this. And look, they rotate off. Yes, that's well and good. They're able to bolster the defense on B. But now they don't have that utility to actually stop. And also they give up the space on A. That's something Edward can definitely take advantage of later on.
And again, Kong playing up close in the smoke. Dashing away, 18 HP, and it's just ping pong. It's back and forth. The space that Kong gives up, Chichu reestablishes, and he's netted 2 kills for it. And now nobody's here to try to triple dip his way into a couple more kills. They've just rotated it, fighting for that area of the map. Now 100 Thieves finally pushing their way through, but Austin is left alone, and with 15 HP, he's got the smoke to keep him safe for now. But he can't do much else.
Yeah, they're both looking at him there. After all is said and done, when the smoke fades, 100 Thieves comes down. 100 Thieves try to rotate over towards B fast enough. They just don't have the utility to actually try to fight here in time. And I think a little disjointed coming out of Heaven and Waterfall too. Great angle from Kong in the final touches.
And remember, he was 2-round lead for 100 Thieves. Still hanging on to it, and you see the repercussions of how that previous round went. They only have pistols here. And you also note, because of the fact that they don't have guns, Cryo holding on to the nade early in the round, right? The value of that beat of utility changes drastically when you don't have any guns to work with. Oh, he's
It's also
pushing it.
difficult without a seize. Derek opens the door, playing around it. I love it! Free gun, he's shaking his head. He knows how dirty he just did Smoggy. But Howdong's gotten all the way up here in the stairs. 100 Thieves has no clue.
Yeah, but do they know Cryo's there?
No clue.
They did. They did indeed.
Apart.
Yeah, nobody pushing forward. It's just been methodical. It's been surgical.
Spike down
Oh, they got Spike right here. Broken door's not. Oh, but they're three-way pinched.
Yeah.
A main, broken door, and stairs too.
They can just bully him with the numbers that they have. Derek has managed to pick up a weapon, so he's got to be able to find some success with it if he wants to have a shot at this.
And he's in the safest spot, but gets one weight off.
A. 30 seconds left.
And Chichu can just be patient. Look, Kong Kong has already taken the Spike away.
He tucked tail, he rotated away. EDG gets the plant and the round.
Such a good plan, but 100 Thieves is supposed to get a really solid lead, just like we saw in Icebox after that pistol win. He's not coming over towards this side, so Derek is all alone. He's just throwing the haunt.
Smokes towards A.
This is tough. Like, you have no control of A if you're not throwing that C's nade.
Yep. And I mean, as EDG have picked up on it, they're just glad to take the space. Now you got to be careful here. The knife from Asuna was thrown towards Mound. It didn't tag anyone, but Chichu was really close. He just had to sidestep it. They've taken the space, but it's like they're expecting the fight. They know it's coming, and Howdong's able to keep him back. What a play.
Easy 2K, but Asuna's still in a position. Chichu is just so aware, and he even gets the pre-fire on the fallback. This looks like another easy round here from Edward Gaming. I mean, just from Howdong, the IGL too. Feeling the push coming with the information that Chichu gave. And I think this is going to be an early save call. We've got some time here.
Podcast a little bit. Drop some hot takes maybe. Overreactions.
China is coming.
I mean, dog, they may be. Again, I can't help but look to think back about the last time we saw this team. And yeah, there was some excitement, but it just really felt like it was blowing hot air, right, leading up to the tournament. And they delivered in a way most people expected, right? Like, yeah, okay, maybe in some time, maybe in a couple of years. Honestly, Ball, this feels like EDG are a bit ahead of schedule.
Yes. I do have to think a little bit back towards the post-map desk after we watched Icebox and give some credence to the discussion that Josh was talking about, how they're trying to integrate Cryo into the team. How he played Omen on Icebox and how a lot of times it was Cryo working in the setups and not really them trying to use the... And it's shocking, it really is, not to see him on Jet.
Here.
3 rounds now. And man, they have guns, they've got money to work with.
Across the C-Snake's finally going to actually potentially have a chance to catch somebody, but he's just gone. He just gets ahead of it. This is another kill. Cryo gets one, but the stun is great as well. Howdong makes the perfect call, and he gets the spoils from it.
Stellar managed to pick up a weapon through all of that.
Player standing.
And just as
brutal.
easily as it's picked up, it's dropped.
It is brutal.
You know what's funny, Ball, is we talked about compositions at halftime and how it felt like EDG, the difference between 7-5 and 8-4, and how a 7-5 really doesn't feel like as much of a gap when you consider the double duelist, heavy dive comp out from EDG on attack. The funny thing is, we haven't really seen that facet of the comp. Yeah.
None of the double satcheling, dashing in from Kong Kong. It is super passive. I mean, talk about a subversion of expectations. I know we've had a lot of them at this.
It's going to take a Herculean effort to deal with all of the momentum that the Chinese representatives have here.
And honestly, you can get stuck at the top trying to climb up, get hit by an avalanche on the way down. That's what feels like they cannot get anything going on this defensive side other than that pistol. And that feels such a long time away.
It feels like forever ago.
And even with this op, like, he's holding an interesting angle. Cryo is on top of the box. That could definitely get some value, but again, it's not really finding and going in the right spot. And that's a big gamble now because, especially on the B side, if they end up actually hitting here with the Breach ult and the KJ ult that they have, that's almost impossible for Cryo to find some value on. It's such close ranges.
Spike handed over to Haodong as eyes turn towards C. And you've had Kankan here the entire time with the op holding the angle, waiting to see if anyone's going to push aggressively, and it has not been the case. Now you hear the Blade Storm, now you hear the Rolling Thunder and the Paranoia as well. And this is the hit we've been waiting for to see if there's going to be dive. Kankan taking space aggressively, puts the Blade Storm away and takes the op. Satiated with the space that he's taken, switched over to the Blades, and that finds far more success than the Operator did.
Oh, that is just disgusting from Kong.
And the guy's not done. Oh, trying to clear out the camera. Bang, opportunistic in his swing. Punishes as he gets a second. Numbers in favor of 100 Thieves. They've got
they're
the
gonna go for the
divide.
defuse. They're going for it.
I mean, EDG
In
have
the
to push this.
KJ.
They've got to push this.
He's gonna get the 10 before. There's no time.
And off of that, they're just glad to take the space right back. Stellar still manages to get a kill. Nobody pushing his way forward to 3v2.
He's got a jump
Cryo's
shoot.
gonna hold it. Oh, the spam through. He stopped him. It's all on to Chichu. Can he hold him back? Yes, he can. What a round. What a clutch from Chichu.
The defensive side retakes for this guy. The C retakes from him were so good, but here in the post plant too, immediately recognizing the danger. And Stellar gets spammed down. A 30-hour flight back after one game.
Unbelievable scenes, bro. And again, we talked about the momentum that they had, right? They've got the economy momentum. They had the ult momentum their way now, and 100 Thieves had none of that. Look at their buy now.
It's shambolic. Absolutely shambolic. And while we did see a thrifty round win from them on Icebox, we have seen nothing even close to it.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe that one round where Derek got the pick through the door, but even that was still like a 3v2 for them.
Placing swamp grenade.
EDG this time going quiet. Again, just wanting to highlight the diversity in their playbook, man.
Oh, the stun into B-Link. He's going to try to find Derek.
Oh my gosh, he was
That's
stunned,
beautiful.
bro.
You never see that take. You barely see much on this map yet. There's so much still new things to look at, and there's one of them.
Kankan just waiting for the pressure that he knows is coming, and the shot's a bit wide, but that's all right. Nobody naded.
Asuna gets spammed because of that nade, though, and yeah, again, just nothing to play for here on these light buy rounds.
Enemy remaining. Flawless.
What a response from EDG, man. Prime Gaming Flawless comes through, and this just feels like an
In a row here for EDG, and they're up to 11.
Bankroll still heavy. 100 Thieves have to do something to try to stem the bleeding here. But the problem is, I mean, what else do you cook up? Like, where else do you go? Really challenging the depth of the playbook.
Clearing out, there's the showstopper coming in. Nice pick from Cryo, that's definitely a great start. Kong replies on the other side though. He is dashing forward to get even more space, recognizing it's always one player on the A side. He's got it completely under control and he can pull and tug at them at any part of the map. They're hitting B even.
Yeah, and the problem is here, it was all intended to draw rotations, but the trip keeps them back.
Oh, wait.
Now, they do still have to deal with Kankan. They know that he's dashed onto A, and you can't leave him unattended because of how good he is, so they take care of him. Now they can focus towards B.
And 100 Thieves actually comes out of this with more control. Way more control than expected. Asuna just trying to hold on to it. There's the showstopper put back. They have to rotate back, actually. KJ's down, so Bang has this flank going on. It's definitely working for him.
You got to be careful here if you're 100 Thieves. Your money's not great. That should be the cue. That should clean things up, and yeah, it does. They're going to get the defuse. They carry 2 weapons into the next round.
Can they get the op from Kang? I think that's all the way towards A, too. I don't know if they even want it, right?
Yeah.
Cryo needs to stay dynamic on the raise.
Yep. So difficult. Right, you can't afford to wait a bit more patiently. You have to go.
What a shot. Sorry to cut you off, but Kang's jump shots are something to behold. But you're right, though. How do you find the right spot? Especially when Edward is playing very dynamically. I think I really like that approach on towards B. It's been this a lot, right? The boom bot straight down B main. But it's been a lot of other things, too.
Con again with the op.
That knife didn't get Kong somehow, but two big pieces, right? The double satchel from Smoggy disabled the breach as well to stun
You should
with.
run.
They're going to cage ult as well to lock down completely the rotate in from C as well.
Nightfall used too.
Pivot here is maybe ill-advised, but they've actually found a pocket for him to ult in. This is so good from Howdong.
What can Bang do? Nothing. He had 2 stars there. Austin has fallen as well. And Con just waiting for the rotations. Dude, EDG have played this map so masterfully on the attacking side.
And the crazy part too is they have no clue about Howdong still.
Enemy remaining.
And it won't even matter. That is a brilliant play call. And sure, that could still go really wrong. I mean, the players on C,
Coming back.
I don't know who it was for 100 Thieves. They could definitely have gotten some kills there.
It was Bang, yeah. He had 2 stars too, and I just think the problem was there wasn't enough of a queue to know. Either way, yeah, Bang wasn't able to hold anything back. But you're right, that's so EDG though, right? Like, there's high risk, high reward.
Derek's getting hunted down right now. There's still plenty of time. He's flashed up. Yeah, he's just dead.
The op
Op
not
gone.
carried, yeah.
Look
And
at the
that's
money.
that point for EDG.
There's 0 credits for Opera. 3 rounds to go. They need to be super clean going out here. To me, this looks like Edward's going to easily mop this up.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah, that certainly seems to be. And 2 Vandals to work with. You don't have Cryo anymore. Con again, good for 1.
You're seeing the weakness of this comp right there. He just walked in front of the C's nade and didn't take a single point of damage. And Cryo also not even knowing the timing there. It's a big piece down. That's not the Vandal, but
it is Cryo.
it is Cryo.
The one maybe sliver is that it's been Stellar who's been
Yep.
performing so well in the frag department and the calling department as well. And he's the one who's up with the Vandal in hand.
Yeah, and there is these 2 on the site that right now Edward look like they're leaning towards, but there's a breach ult now as well. Asuna spots 1 on B, but that's the lurker. And the thing is here, Stellar and Derek, they're going to be forced to anchor the site, and if they don't get them all,
Stellar's in
the
trouble.
other players are retaking with stingers.
How did Stellar
The cage,
keep
the
that back?
cage.
What a holdback from Stellar.
Oh, Stellar's going to swing here. Nobody is completely isolated. Smoggy's trying to get there in time. This is a big crossfire now to deal with.
Bang has to make a play here. Bang has to make a play here. The spike's in ponded B. Chichu with 2 HP.
There's so much time being spent to try to deal with this from nobody.
He's just a nuisance. He's like a gnat who hasn't been cleared out, who hasn't been taken care of. And that is their demise. EDG with the